The New York Knicks are 1-0 early on in the season as they defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers. And this was certainly the type of game that I least expected because Mike Brown early on in the second quarter had already gone up to 11 guys. We saw Trey Jamison, who's on a two-way step in. Tyler Kolek was out there. Landry Shamet, Deuce McBride, obviously. Jordan Clarkson. The Knicks went deep into the rotation. And towards the end of this game, when the Cavs started to creep closer, the Knicks were able to pull away because of those fresh legs. The Knicks get a steal with 30 seconds remaining, and OG's, oh my goodness, reverse slam. Yeah, to me, the two stars of this game, OG Anunoby and Deuce McBride, which is, again, it's just one of those things where you have guys that lead with their defense and they create that into offense. And of course, they hit timely shots. And it was just an absolute beautiful thing to see the energy from start to finish. If you guys remember last season when the Knicks kicked it off in Boston, TD Garden, the Celtics shot like 70% from three. It was just a very impressive game collectively for the Knicks. Absolutely, Brunson was 5 of 18 from the field. It wasn't a perfect game. But the Knicks, they played defense consistently. A lot better defense than they played last year. The Cavs are going to get points, especially given the fact that Donovan Mitchell erupted for 31 on 12 of 24. He was 2 of 8 from 3, which kind of saved the day for the Knicks. If Mitchell's 3 ball had been on, they wouldn't have won this game. Sam Merrill was 5 of 10 from 3. Evan Mobley was 4 of 8 from 3. So, of course, there's going to be high scores for the Cavs. But the Knicks were able to match it. They got production from OG, who finishes this game with 24 points. They get 19 from Cat. Brunson scores 23, 16 from McHale. We're going to get into McHale in a second here. Miles McBride, guys, with 15 off of the bench. Tyler Kolek gives you 7. Shamet gives you 9 in just 13 minutes. It was an impressive game. Jordan Clarkson didn't even have it going as well. So you look at this game and compare the Knicks from last year's opening tip-off to the end of the season against Indiana. I mean, this team is going to grow, and they're going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with. I think this is legitimately the best team the Knicks have ever had. Obviously, they have to win the championship for that to be true, but I can't remember all time the Knicks having a team this good. And tonight we just saw them, of course, try to get chemistry and get used to playing with each other. The preseason, I mean, they got some reps, but with Josh Hart being hurt, of course, after the game in the Middle East, Hart never returned. Mitchell Robinson missed a couple of the games. So eventually these guys are going to be healthy. But to see the third string be able to step up and make plays was definitely good. Like Jamison, of course, 8 minutes. He had 2 rebounds, was a +3. Tyler Kolek was 3 of 6. Had a couple of assists. I thought Kolek attacked and looked aggressive. And that was kind of the story of this game is Knicks players that don't typically be aggressive and look for their shot. That's what they did. Like Mikal Bridges, for example, if you guys remember the game against the Celtics where the Knicks were down like 20 points and then he had that very hot start to the fourth quarter when the Knicks came back. That's what Mikal needs to be doing every single night. And then OG Anunoby, I mean, we're talking about a guy who's a top 3 defender in basketball who can give you 18 to 20 a night. And when OG is looking for a shot like this and attacking the basket and knocking down those mid-ranges, it only creates other opportunities for him because once he's in the corner, he has that confidence to knock those down. And OG consistently has been knocking down corner threes for the Knicks. He had one in this game that iced it late in the fourth. He had one against the Celtics, remember, where Brunson kicked it out to him to give the Knicks the lead. So OG just continues to knock down these shots. And if he can stay healthy, he's one of the best players in all of basketball. I think he's making like $50 million a year, and he's worth every single penny of that. Rocket number 8, man, just like young Kobe. 24 for OG, 14 rebounds. So he's not only looking for a shot, he's attacking the glass and creating opportunities, man. And once you get the rebound, well, now you can go in transition and get easy buckets. Also 3 steals and a block for OG, so 4 stocks. So very good game on opening night. You've got to be pleased if you're the Knicks. Errol Hukporti, he ends up going out there and getting the start. 18 minutes, 5 rebounds, a -4. But I thought Hukporti was pretty solid. I think there was a little bit of nerves there opening night against the Cavs. There's a couple of plays that didn't look like Hukporti, especially what I saw in the preseason, but he's going up against Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, so it's going to be tough, and he wasn't used to playing with Cat. Again, the Knicks will only improve. They'll only get better. But from what I saw, Hukporti looked legit. I mean, he's going up against 2 basically all-star level big men, and he held his own. He's also, 22? Like, 23, yeah, he's in his second season, of course. I think Hukporti is going to be very good for the Knicks. I think he's one of the more talented players on this team, and I said that in my video earlier if you guys watched it. Mikhail, I want to do a film breakdown on him tomorrow, so I'm trying not to talk about Mikhail. Jalen Brunson was 1 of 9 from three. This is one of those typical Brunson games where it's very rare, but he just can't make anything. He's wide open off of curls, catch and shoot, off of the dribble. It didn't matter what Brunson did, it wasn't falling. Every shot he took though looked like it was going in. The Brunson will have a couple of games a year like this, and thankfully for the Knicks' sake, it came tonight when they didn't really need him. But I will say this again: numbers can be a little bit misleading because Brunson was a +6, and the reason he was a +6 is because the Knicks went up big. I gotta sneeze. The Knicks ended up going up big, and then they took Brunson out, and then the Cavs came back and they took Brunson back off the bench, put him in, and then the Knicks went up big again. So that's the thing is even when Brunson isn't exactly hitting shots, he's creating opportunities and breaking down defenses. So Brunson could literally be 1 of 9 from three and still be super impactful. He's like one of the few players that can do that, at least offensively with his playmaking. And yeah, I thought the captain got it done when he needed to, man. And 12-13 from the free throw line, man. It's so important, so critical if your shot is off to be able to knock down the free ones, and Brunson did that. Yabusele, 12 minutes was a +4. I thought he played good defense. I wasn't overly impressed with Yabusele in the training camp and the preseason. I thought he looked out of shape, and there's no reason he should be up to 285. He actually looked pretty solid. Did miss his only three. He took two shots, but still. Jameson, we talked about him. Jordan Clarkson shot was off. Was a +4 though. Clarkson had that dunk out in transition that was cool. Shamit looked like an absolute Energizer bunny, and this is what he does: is he just comes in and he stays ready and he plays good defense. Donovan Mitchell was trying to get Shamit on him off his screens, and although he was getting buckets, Shamit made him work for it. The least you can do as a defender is at least make a superstar work for it, and I think Shamit does a great job of that too. Pestering defense, man. Good offense is always going to be good defense, so credit to Donovan Mitchell for just going out there and being a stud. Man, I would have loved Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson. I don't know if that would have really worked, though, because how do you really build around that? But, man, could you imagine Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell? I don't even know if that would work, but that'd be one of the most unstoppable duos in NBA history. I don't think Brunson would be as good, though, with Mitchell, because, if you think about it, the Knicks have the perfect pieces around Brunson because OG and McHale don't really need the ball, and Cat is such a lethal shooter that he doesn't need to just go one-on-one, and he can space the floor and things like that. Talking about Tyler Kolek, I might make a film on him. So overall, the Knicks end up shooting 35% from three, 43% from the field, 86.1% from the free throw line. The Knicks were very good at shooting free throws last season, so that's not a surprise. 13 turnovers, 8 steals, 4 blocks. I thought the Knicks played good defense, man. The Cavs are legit. They're going to score, so you can't expect the Knicks to hold them to 85 points. It's just unrealistic. The pace of this game was pretty quick, a lot quicker than the Knicks had been accustomed to with Tips. So Mike Brown goes to his bench. The Knicks play fast, good defense. They win a game where Brunson's off. I mean, I'm going to give this game an A. I really am. An A+ would have been if the Knicks kind of were able to hold that early 14-point lead or whatever they had and just run away with it. I'm giving it an A. You win by 8 points at home, kick off the season. The Cavs swept you last year 4-0. The bench played very well. I just think this was an amazing game. I don't know what you could really complain about in this one, man. The only thing you complain about, again, is kind of letting up some leads, but that's basketball, bro. Playoff teams are never out of it. The Knicks were down 20 points, literally games 1 and 2 against the Celtics, and they came back and won. So, it's just going to happen. But, yeah, I'm out, guys. Peace.